Hi loves, I wanted to share a tool with you called the Akashic Field. So the Akashic Field is a place that I like to go when I'm doing any kind of forgiveness work or any kind of confrontation, any conversations that I want to have with someone who is living here in this physical realm or someone who's even passed on. So this is a piece of the Akashic Records that you can access just by setting the intention that you'd like to access it, clearing your mind, and opening your heart and your mind to whatever comes through. So this is often a tool that will come through when I'm doing readings with people, usually people who are a little bit more spiritually evolved, and able to do a lot of visualization or already have a visualization practice in their life. So anyone can access the Akashic Records. It's just tuning your mind to get there. So the first thing you're going to do is intend. You're going to clear your mind and you're going to intend to enter into the Akashic Field. Now, for me, this field looks like a big open space. It's usually similar to the void, but I know other people access the Akashic Field as literally a field of grass. Some people access it and they're standing on the edge of a mountain or whatever it is. However the Akashic Records want to interact with you, just feel into that and allow whatever to come through. They interact with each of us in a different way in order for us to feel safe and to understand the messages the best. So once you have gotten to this space of the Akashic Field, and you'll know when you know, you are going to bring forth the person that you want to have a conversation with. So this could be a relative, it could be a manager, it could be someone who's crossed over, and you're just going to intend for them to join you in the Akashic Field. Now in this space, you're going to be talking to them from soul to soul. It's a really excellent way to practice any kind of conversations that maybe you're feeling a little nervous about having, or maybe you're just not ready to have in the physical realm. So you can go and you can speak to their soul level. And this is such a beautiful way to either practice these conversations that you are going to eventually be having, or to just shift some of the energetics around the souls. Their soul is going to be able to receive this message in some realm, in some dimension. They will be able to feel what it is that you're intending. So you don't need to worry about holding back or making sure your words are perfect. It's just a soul-to-soul communication. So like I said, an excellent way to practice any kind of conversations. A great place to start with forgiveness if you need to ask for someone's forgiveness, or maybe you want them to ask for your forgiveness. You can go to that space and you can explain to them why it is you feel the way you do. Now, I've used this quite a few times in my life, and I'll tell you a little story about the most powerful way that I had used it. I went into the Akashic Field after I'd done an intimate relationship reflection, which, if you're interested in doing something like that, it is inside of my menstruation magic course. So I was doing this reflection with my father, and we had a fairly distant relationship. We weren't talking much. He has been an alcoholic for my whole life and in and out of rehab, and just not a great relationship there. Up until recently, it's improved a lot more. But we hadn't talked in maybe 6, 7, 8 months, and I decided to do this intimate relationship reflection and then hop into the Akashic Field and bring his soul level to the present, to really explain to him why this relationship hadn't been happening in the physical realm. I felt he had never asked me why I didn't want to see him, and I really wanted him to ask that question so that I could open up to give him my response. So instead of waiting around or hoping that he would come and ask me this question, I just went into the Akashic Field and laid it out there, told him exactly what was going on, and gave his soul information, key information on what could be helpful to speak to me in this physical world. 2 days later, my dad reached out to me to let me know that he was going to rehab and that he was sorry. And that's huge. That was something that was never present in our relationship before. So this kind of work works on an energetic soul level, and it really helps get some shifts going. I'm not saying every time something magical like this will happen, but the more you practice and the more you believe, the more you intend, the more magical the results will be. So I just wanted to share that little practice with you, and I hope it brings you lots of joy. Sending you lots of love.